Okay, so I thought that while changing my rear derailleur, I will make a video because maybe someone will benefit from that if would like to do it on their own and they don't know how to do it. So what we will need to do here is that we'll need to get rid of that. This piece is like extended to the left side, so it holds not only brake lever but also this part. So this has to be either unscrewed and it will stay like this, or this has to be exchanged, and I actually have this part, so I will exchange it for the Magura part that is only this small piece that holds brake lever without that extension for that. So we need to remove that. We need to remove the rear wheel. Then we need to unscrew the line. When the line is unscrewed, then we can remove the rear derailleur, and we will leave the line here because it will be needed to attach the cable, so we can route it easier. I don't know how easy that will be, and this is probably the most complicated part to get that. We have the following parts here, and I'm talking about this piece, this cable, the infamous cable that is quite expensive. I've managed to buy it on bike-discount.de for like 80 euros net price, which is really good price for this cable today. So this cable is finished like on one end it's finished like a battery, so it connects to the derailleur, and then the other part goes where normally you have this line, so it goes here and connects to the motor. We will need to drop the motor for that job. We will also need to actually unscrew the bottle holder, and when this part is unscrewed, we will need to untighten those two screws a little bit, like one turn, so that the cable holder that is inside the frame gets loose, and so that you can remove the derailleur line. You cannot unscrew it too much, because then if you unscrew it too much, you will drop that inside piece, and then it becomes also about removing the whole battery and tightening it back again. So we need to be careful with that. Then we'll need to drop this screw and this screw, and the motor should drop. Probably some zip ties will be needed to hold the motor here. We'll need to remove the chain as well. And I believe that's it for now. I will try to make some kind of time lapses in between and probably get back to you with some narrative as I go. Okay, so I've exchanged this part. The original part, as you can see, is quite big, and it's extended to the left side. So this part is the same, but it's extended to the left side so that it holds both things at the same time. And I've changed it to just this piece, and this has to be moved towards the grip, obviously. And now I will leave this piece hanging here for now. Okay, so the rear derailleur is removed from the frame. We'll leave the cable as it is for the moment. This is the infamous, not yet broken on my bike, actually, speed sensor. And right now we will proceed with unscrewing those two screws, then removing the motor. For that purpose, we will also need to drop that carbon fiber protector, because those two screws here, and I believe there's one below it, need to go as well, and yeah, so let's go. As I said, these screws you need to be careful with. So what you probably need to do is stick it like this, and then maybe make a half a turn, and we'll see if the cable will be loose enough to start moving. Just like that, a little bit more than half a turn, and you don't want to go much beyond that, I believe. So let's do it like this and leave it for now, because I need to remove the carbon cover and then drop motor. Okay, so the motor is down. One thing is that this piece is being held by 3 screws. So the one that is here does not need to go, it can stay without removing. But this piece, if you unscrew it and then if you remove screws that are holding the motor, the thing is that it doesn't really want to go down unless you remove this piece, even if this piece is not screwed. So apparently it's done in a way that it holds it quite well. So you need to remove this one. I pried it from the back like so, and then it went off, and only then you can easily get the motor done. One zip tie through the screw mount here, and that's all you need to keep it hanging. It's best to keep it hanging like that instead of hanging on the wires. When you look here inside, there's this wire that has to be connected to the rear derailleur. We need to get this cap off and then connect it. This is probably speed sensor that goes to the back. And battery and screen are the other 2 wires. So right now we should be able to pull that linkage that we have here. Let me try. It does not want to go, so those screws have to go a little bit further than what I did. Hopefully I will not need to pull the battery out. It's not a lot to be done right now if you have this removed, but still it would be better to not remove the battery if not needed. Okay, I will figure out how to approach this thing right now, because I will need to mount the cable here. I will remove the linkage probably and just leave this outer cable, and then I will try to pull on this one, and so that it pulls the new cable inside. So this is the cable that we need to route. I believe the best way to do it will be to simply use duct tape and kind of try to do it like so, duct tape it, and then slowly pull on the linkage, and then hopefully it will go through. So actually wrapping it a couple of times already makes it so thick that it won't go into the hole. So I have no idea how people managed to combine those two and pull it through. I will try to do just one wrap and we'll see if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm doing it for the first time, and so bear with me, but there's this piece at the end of this line, and actually this piece alone is too big to go through that hole. So you need to remove that piece and only then connect the wire with that line, which will be extremely hard to put through that hole because it's already a little bit bigger than the line itself, and we still need to have duct tape here. So let me try again. Okay, so as you would probably imagine, I failed miserably. So the whole duct tape broke and I ended up having this here and the outer line that was inside here. So I removed it completely. Good thing is that those screws were unscrewed properly, so the cable is out of that already. However, I have no idea how to do this part right now because, as you can see, this thing here, it barely moves inside, barely. So just one layer of duct tape here makes it impossible to put it through. So I have no idea how to get this part out on here, because it should go out from that hole here, but obviously it goes like this, and then it's really hard to stick it here. So I need to figure out how to do it. Okay guys, so we have a success. However, the the thing is that the duct tape itself is really too thick, I believe. So it's masking tape for painting, regular one, very thin. And so, long story short, the only thing you can do is, and actually, let me quickly grab the phone other way. So you see, the moment you start pulling it, it breaks away. So the idea is that you need to push the cable, and this should be only used to route it through the part here. So when you keep pushing the cable and it blocks here, then you only use the linkage to just route it, but do not pull because it will break and you need to do it once again. Surprisingly, it was quite easy to put that wire back inside. First time around it went out like here from the down of this tube, but then if you kind of rotate it here a little bit, then it probably did something like that, and I was able to get it here. That was surprisingly easy to be done, but long story short, the cable is here, so I will connect cable and start assembling it back again. Okay, so engine is motor is up now 20 to 22 Newton meters for those bolts. Now we need to pair remote to the rear derailleur and check if everything is working fine, because I don't want to drop that motor once again. Okay, so this is tightened, this is tightened. 2 bolts, 22 Newton meters, so we're all good here. Now we need to tighten the rear derailleur and put chain to do it properly and so on. Okay, so this bolt needs to be screwed 35 Newton meters, and the through axle has to be tightened to 10 Newton meters. I will also link a video to a great guy showing how to actually install the transmission itself. It's pretty simple, but the guy described it pretty well, so I will just link the video. I just checked it, and apparently it works very well. No micro adjustment is needed. We need to mount this to the handlebar right now, and that's it. Okay guys, I believe this is mounted. I will need to give it a ride or two to figure out which position is best, so I just made it what feels correct, but not really sure if that's how it should be set. Nevertheless, works as expected.